live at the Hammocks.
Today we have a controversial topic to discuss: corporal punishment. Corporal punishment can be described as the use of force to cause pain or discomfort. It is believed that in some circumstances that corporal punishment impacts children's social and emotional development.
It has been well documented that there is a clear association between corporal punishment and child cognitive behavior and health problems in the U.S.
We're now going live with Alexa in an anonymous voice to speak about their viewpoints on corporal punishment.
Hi, my name is Alexa Bethel and I'm here with
Presley Smith.
And today we're going to be talking about corporal punishment. So today, Presley, what does corporal punishment mean to you?
To me personally, I would say that corporal punishment ranges from different things. I personally call them whippings, or getting whipped, whether that be with a hand or a hairbrush, a belt, or even just getting smacked.
Okay. And do you think corporal punishment leads to negative long-term effects on children?
Personally, I feel like that depends on the severity of the corporal punishment. I know me growing up, I did get whipped occasionally, and I think that it kind of teeters with how it is presented onto the child. I mean, I know that I only had a very few whippings in my life because after the first one, you don't want to get whipped again. So I think when it starts getting to the severity of getting whipped or even, I'd say, beat borderline all of the time, I think that's when kids maybe develop trauma or get scared, and then it develops into long-term and could even start going into family tendencies that they bring down to their kids and just trauma that leads down to generations.
Yeah. And that's it. Thank you, Presley. Back to live.
Thank you, Alexa and Presley.
Exposure to painful or distressing experiences involving harm or threat to the child, such as corporal punishment, can influence underlying emotion, regulation, and threat detection.
Studies show that threat levels tend to be lower in kids who are not spanked. Children who are not spanked are more likely to develop healthy emotional regulation skills. Consequently, they are less likely to perceive everyday challenges or conflicts as threatening situations, contributing to overall lower threat levels in their behavior and emotional responses.
Now back to Alexa with another interview.
Hello, now we're here with
Joe Della Rocca.
and today we're going to ask him some questions about corporal punishment. So, what does corporal punishment mean to you?
I think it could be subjective, some gray areas, but obviously it's to inflict some sort of pain or discomfort as means of punishment to children.
Okay, and have you ever experienced corporal punishment?
From my father, yes, and my mother. My mother with a wooden spoon, and my father throwing me through a wall and beating me till I peed my pants, but yes.
And if you were to have kids, would you engage in corporal punishment?
Again, I think certain situations may either call for it, if you will, or I wouldn't think so terrible if the means for it or if the reasons for it were justified, but I wouldn't practice it on a regular basis.
Thank you. Back to the line.
Thank you again, Alexa and Joe, for sharing your opinions. Kids who view corporal punishment as normal in their culture see it as less threatening. Children who grew up in those environments where corporal punishments are common may develop as dull towards violence.
Repeated exposure to the physical punishment, whether directed at themselves or others, can desensitize children to the pain and trauma associated with such actions. Over time, children may become numb to the emotional and physical consequences of violence. This is why corporal punishment may be perceived as less threatening or harmful.
Now let's skip to a clip from a hidden camera we strategically placed capturing corporal punishment from a local family.
Matthew. Why is it that I get off the phone with Alexa's parents and apparently she's pregnant now? She's fucking pregnant? This is your fourth girl this week.
She said she was on the pill.
Did you hear this? Close your fucking legs, you slut. That's right. Fucking close your legs. Close your fucking legs.
Are we serious? I'm
Are
sorry.
you fucking kidding me?
What did I teach you? Wrap it up. talk.
I'm so sorry. That was not me. That was not me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is me. What made you think that was a good idea? Hey! I'm speaking to you. Come on.
I don't know, man. It's just
Man, I'm your father.
I'm caught up in a moment, you know.
Caught up in the moment? Did you say caught up in the moment? Did I fucking hear that right? Are you Matthew? You disappoint me over and over again.
I'm sorry.
That's your mother. She's pissed.
Wow!
That was intense.
Intense indeed.
Nowadays, corporal punishment has been normalized within certain communities as means of discipline, and the term beating may reflect the severity of frequency of such punishment.
Based on the article, Corporal Punishment of Children from a Theoretical Perspective, it states that most frequent forms of corporal punishment are spanking, slapping, grabbing, or shoving a child roughly with more force than needed to get them to move.
Although some children may need a readjustment at times, it has been shown through research that corporal punishment can detrimental effect on physical and mental health, leading to increased aggression, anxiety, and low self-esteem in children.
Aside from just mental and physical effects, it can also cause physical pain and lead to things such as bruising, welts, and even serious injuries, violating children's rights and safety protection.
Despite growing awareness of its neglective consequences, corporal punishment remains legal and socially accepted in many jurisdictions.
But if we look at the positive side of corporal punishment, we see an effective approach to child rearing. Positive discipline focuses on promoting mutual respect, communication, and problem-solving skills, rather than resorting to punitive measures.
Now let's go to Ava and another anonymous speaker with their thoughts on this case.
Now to you, Ava.
Hi, I'm Ava Thornsberry. I'm here with.
I'm Emma.
Okay. Why do you think parents use corporal punishment?
I think nowadays it's really hard to punish a child without them finding another way around it. Like if you take away a phone, they're probably gonna have something else that they have, whether it's a tablet, a computer, some other way to communicate with their friends. It's not really punishing them. Grounding them at this point doesn't do much either because homes have so much like that you can do. I think like you can't escape corporal punishment. You're gonna just have to take it, and that's your punishment. Then you can move on. It's quick, it's easy, and it doesn't require like parents to be stressed out either about their kids not having a phone, or like if they have a car, their kids not having a car, that sort of thing.
Okay. Do you think corporal punishment affects a child as they grow up?
I don't really think it affects a child as they grow up. It depends the level of corporal punishment they receive, I think. Because I was a kid, I got corporally punished, and like honestly at this point I kind of don't remember most of it. It's just I would do something bad, I'd be punished, and then I'd move on, and now I'm like, okay, I'm just not going to do that again because it just reminds me of the punishment, I think. It doesn't affect me much though.
Okay. Do you think corporal punishment is an effective disciplinary method, and why?
I think it is effective because you're gonna, whenever you do something wrong and you get punished like that, you're gonna think of that punishment every time you think about doing that thing wrong again. Like, if I got punished for something and they would ground me, I'd be like, okay, that's not the end of the world because I'd find a way around it. If they took away my phone, I always found my way around it. So it was never really a punishment. So that's why I think corporal punishment's effective.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ava and Emma, for giving some of your opinions and thoughts. Many Americans adults nowadays agree with corporal punishment, but with the negative kinds of corporal punishment, parents can be charged with physical abuse if the hitting exceeds the frequency and severity of violence allowed by cultural norms for disciplined children.
Some adults view corporal punishment as a necessary tool for asserting authority and maintaining discipline within the family. They believe that without the threat of physical punishment, children may become disobedient or unruly, undermining parental authority and control.
Now back to Ava with another interview from Maddox on a serious topic.
Hi, I'm back with.
Maddox.
Do you believe corporal punishment can lead to immediate behavioral correction?
I think it depends on what corporal punishment is used and who it's used for or on. I think some kids will, like personally me, I would receive corporal punishment and immediately straighten up. Like, I knew that I shouldn't be doing it again. And I know some kids that receive corporal punishment and they aren't affected by it at all. They think, okay, like I got, whatever, and move on.
Yeah.
So I think that it does affect depending on the person.
So you said your parents use corporal punishment on you. Will you use this method for your kids? And
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, I think that it affected me the better, and depending on the situation, always, my kids will be receiving it. I mean, I think it's good for you. It's tough love, and I think it does work out for the better. So I will be.
Okay. And were there any positive and or negative effects to having corporal punishment being used on you?
I think I saw a lot more positive. There definitely is negative coming from corporal punishment because you're receiving it from, your parents or guardians, and it's upsetting to see your dad get to that point to where he does think that you need that. But I think you see positive out of it. You realize, okay, I really screwed up. Like, I shouldn't be doing that. And I think you do see good come out of it more than bad. So,
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Corporal punishment can be used for good, and there are people out there who still believe it can change how children act.
To conclude this broadcast, the debate surrounding corporal punishment remains controversial, with reliable reasons for both sides of the argument. While some individuals continue to support corporal punishment, several others disagree.
Thank you for watching our news report about corporal punishment. I'm Scout.
I'm John.
See you next week.